Lakers guard Austin Reaves has been diagnosed with a grade 2 left I don't know what that word say, strain, and will be reevaluated in approximately 4 weeks. It's good. Go ahead, Flea. I'm sorry.
Yo, he hates the
Well,
Lakers.
I read it again because just in case nobody heard, Austin Reeves has been diagnosed with a grade 2. Listen, I'm gonna spell this word out for you. Tell me if you can get this. Gastrocnemius.
Wait a minute.
Gastrocnemius.
I gotta
Gastro.
look at it. What does this look like?
Hopefully that means in 4 weeks he's still hurt, and then he'll be out the whole season.
How will Austin Reeves' leg injury affect the future of the Lakers, old ball?
I think it's going to affect him tremendously because he's one of the best players on that team. And he's one of the better scorers. And I think now this puts pressure on LeBron and Luca really figure it out. Because like I've told y'all since they made this trade, you do not trade for Luca and pair him up with LeBron and do that to win regular season ball games and get to the playoffs. No, you do this to get to the finals and potentially win a championship. So I think this is a big hit. Now we're going to see how good of a coach JJ Redick is. I think this will affect the Lakers tremendously.
Flea, what are your thoughts on Austin Reeves' injury and how it will affect the Lakers in the upcoming future?
I mean, he was playing at an all-star level, right? He was averaging over 25 a night. So you would have thought now that he was going to make the all-star team. I think this injury now affects that, right? He's probably not going to wind up an all-star. But he was huge for the Lakers and the early success that they had in the season, right? Luka missed some time, I think. Came back ready to rock and roll, gave Austin Reeves a lot of opportunity to play. LeBron missed some times, and it gave Austin Reeves a lot of time to shine. So I think it's going to be a huge miss for them. I don't think that that's a very deep team. I think that they're very limited when it comes to the guys that they be able to rely on in terms of putting the ball in the basket. Luka obviously dominates the basketball, but Austin Reeves, like I said, he was about 26 a night tonight. That's huge, a piece coming out of your lineup. So what are you going to ask LeBron to be now? Like, what are you going to ask from Rui now? What are you asking from DeAndre Ayton now? Right? I think it changes up everything for a team that was playing halfway decent. I mean, they've lost 3 in a row now, but they're still like 20-10 or 19-10 or something like that, right? So they're still way over 500. There's still a lot of basketball left to play. But I think this is when, like OG said, JJ Redick gets in his coaching bag and see how he, has to dial things up, see how he, has to, scheme things, especially on the defensive end, because Austin Reeves, in my opinion, from, things that I've been watching, he's gotten better defensively. He's always been a pest on defense, but he's gotten a lot better. And they've been challenging that team to be good on defense. The only reason why they've had some success is because they played solid defense. In the games that they just haven't defended. And so, yeah, it's going to be a big miss for them. 4 weeks is a long time. That's a month. However you want to put it, what the average NBA team plays, 4 games a week, right? Let's say 3 games a week. So 3 times 4, that's 12. Like, they're going to miss him. They're going to miss him. That's over double-digit games going to be missed. They're going to have to figure it out.
I ain't pussyfooting around no more, man. That was enough of these shenanigans, all ball. He came into the NBA. He was drafted, obviously, out of Duke, but he retired some time ago, went to be a broadcaster, 1 million subscribers on YouTube, killed the game on the internet, hired by the Lakers for $40 million. And I said, this guy's a shot. He's really smart. I think he could be a good coach. JJ Redick was at the podium last night, the smart guy. And this is when it gets really interesting because this is another time where he's criticizing his team at the podium and it kind of went viral. So let's start with this first.
Been a good basketball team and we haven't. We're a terrible basketball team. And tonight we were a terrible basketball team. And that started legitimately right away. We don't care enough to do the things that are necessary. We don't care enough to be a professional. It's we had it. It can change like that. We don't have it right now. What I said the other night, it's a matter of making the choice. And too often we have guys that don't want to make that choice. And it's pretty consistent who those guys are. And so Saturday's practice, I told the guys, it's going to be uncomfortable. The meeting is going to be uncomfortable. I'm not doing another 53 games like this.
Because all
I would just like to say I'm officially off the JJ Redick bandwagon. That is trash. You let LeBron punk you. AllBall, you were right. JJ Redick is a fucking bitch.
We can find a bunch of coaches that have reacted like that.
I get it.
About their team.
I get it, Flea. So you know what?
1,000 great coaches that react like that.
You know
how do y'all spin this and act like this is so wrong of him to say right now? What the fuck is he supposed to say?
I'm glad you said that, Flea, because I love that. Yeah, it's about coaching, but it's not just about coaching. When it comes to JJ Redick, when it comes to LeBron, when it comes to the whole fiasco, because let's not forget, this is the same guy that was on ESPN talking like
Side note, real quick, no one's going to react to Doc's audio there. We've been 7 minutes since we showed that audio. Nobody's going to react to Doc's audio.
Do you want me to get it repeated for you?
We don't have to repeat it.
I can repeat
I've
it.
seen the trend now. I've seen the trend for years.
What's the trend?
The trend is always making excuses. Doc, we get it. Taking over a team in the middle of the season is hard. It's hard. We get it. Just like getting traded in the middle of the season is hard for a player. We get it. But it's always an excuse. It's always throwing your team under the bus. They lose to Memphis. Oh, it's his players. Memphis was playing G League guys and two-way guys. And you look at his quotes over the weekend. Now he wants to take credit for the James Harden trade to the Clippers working out. He wants credit for that. There's never accountability with that guy. There's never accountability.
It's never accountability with that guy.
You showed that to say what?
To say that you have enough balls to go on TV and talk to Doc Rivers like that about how he's running his team, and every coach does that, Flea, and you know that he's seen Krzyzewski, he's seen the best of them, because he's seen Krzyzewski, he's the GOAT of college coaching. You got the balls to talk to Stephen A. Smith like that. You got the balls to talk to Shannon Sharp like that, Kendrick Perkins like that, but you ain't got the balls to talk to LeBron James like that. You ain't got the balls to lead your team like that.
We don't know that, though.
Dog.
We don't know that.
We just saw him have a meeting with Luka Doncic and
that.
LeBron James for what reason? Yo, dog, you don't belong in
He's one. That's
Luka
first
does.
take. That's
You're not a superstar anymore.
That's first take with the wrestling shit that you like, and now you're trying to segue wrestling into real life shit when we're talking about coaching on the NBA level. Get the fuck out of here with that first take shit. And he's playing. Okay, he played into what TV is supposed to be. We're talking about actual coaching the game of basketball, and he's on the podium calling his team out as he should. Get the fuck out. You're going to parallel those two things? Nah, I'm not with you with that, right?
It's not paralleling those two things.
I'm
but
not
the
with
fact
you
that, no, at some point, we got to call a spade a spade. You were on there talking about this is the mind the game pocket. There's a certain level of arrogance that he has that they were all warning us about. So let's stop the bullshit. LeBron James is an arrogant motherfucker, bro. You guys paraded around that kid's son and said he was Davion Mitchell, bro. That is foul. And now you up here criticizing all these NBA players, but you giving a red carpet to Bronny James? You're an asshole, bro. And if I was, hold on, let me talk, bro. If I'm on a team and JJ Redick comes to me with that, I'm flaming him. Get the fuck out of my face, bro, before I smack the shit out of you. Who you talking to like that? Who are you? Straight up. Who are you? You still sucking your man off because he got you a job? When are you going to take advantage of your legacy? You're supposed to be Pat Riley 2.0. You the guy on the fucking computer telling everybody how basketball goes. And now when it's going hard, you sound like this. It's going to be tough tomorrow. Oh, is it? It better be tough tomorrow. I want to see what kind of tough shit you got. They don't buy into that. Luka Doncic is still bitching about calls. Luka Doncic, Skip Bayless is right. That motherfucker's overrated. Enough is enough with that shit. You can't motivate him. You can't motivate LeBron. This shit makes me angry because, not because I was rooting for him. Fuck all that. It's because, bro, he does come off like a prick. That's the bottom line. If you didn't come off that way, you wouldn't get that from Jerry West. Jerry West flamed you for a reason. Dog, you're an asshole. You think you're going to get off with these 25-year-olds like that? They're not letting you rock like that, Flea. I don't even understand how you can't see that.
Because I look at it very differently. I look at it very differently. I don't lean into the gimmicky shit and the TV shit when we're talking about basketball. And right now, what he's doing is trying to get a reaction out of a team that's lost 3 in a row. I think, to be honest, I think it's a really overreaction right now because 3 weeks ago, a month ago, you was doing the victory lap right now about how great of a coach JJ Redick was looking in the first month and a half. So right now, we just, we jumping on a moment right now because they've lost 3 in a row, and you didn't like the way he called out his team. You didn't like the way he's not calling out. What you want him to say? LeBron James ain't producing? Is that what you want him to say? Is that going to sit well with everybody, and that's going to make him look like he's doing his job? That's appeasing the audience, and that's appeasing you niggas. He's got to do his job. There's guys on this team that haven't made a name, that are trying to figure out how to be NBA players. He did it for a long time, and he's a head coach. I expect him to call out niggas if they ain't playing well. I expect him to do it. Who they're relying on is not a LeBron James. Who they're relying on is a Luka Doncic, is a Austin Reaves, is a Bronny James, is a Jake LaRavia. They're relying more on the guys that are going to be there going forward, not this old nigga. So if that's the case, get him out the way. He still has to coach, is my point. He still's got to coach, whether he's there or not. He still has to coach. And calling out your guys, whether LeBron James is on the roster or not, matters in a moment after you lost 3 in a row and niggas ain't playing tough. If this is about Braun, then just say that. But fuck Braun at the moment. If he's not on the team or not, that's what you got to do. You got to go to the podium and say, yo, niggas ain't playing well. They ain't playing well. Niggas is soft. They're not defending. They're not doing. I don't understand the problem with that.
Why aren't they playing well? Why aren't they motivated? What do you think is in the way? What do you think they're seeing? What do you think they're feeling? How do you feel as a player? If you're a co-star, if you're a teammate of Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Bronny James, how would you feel if JJ Redick is telling you to play hard?
So hand your jersey in, bro, and go home if you don't want to play. Hand your jersey in and go to fuck home if you don't want to play. This is the NBA. This is the NBA. It's a shame that you even dumbing it down to that. How do they feel? These guys got the opportunity of a lifetime to play on the biggest stage with next to some high-level basketball players. Fuck are you talking about? If you don't want to, if you have a problem with giving effort, playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, a historic franchise, go the fuck home. Hand your jersey in. Are you kidding me? Making millions of dollars to play a game? Hand your jersey in. Get the fuck out of here. That's how I feel.
Within itself, NBA would have to hand in their jerseys. None of these niggas care about the game. But that's a whole nother story. Let me gloat while y'all two want to be super dead serious, patrol, and be who I be. Been saying it. Been saying it. Been saying it. JJ Redick sounds smart to dumb niggas. JJ Redick think he's better than what he is. JJ Redick is a smug asshole and comes off like that. Never was a fan. I argue with Fabian about that all the time. These is facts. They are treating JJ Redick just how they treated Darvin Ham. Nobody gives a fuck about JJ Redick on the Lakers. Simple and plain. He shouldn't have never got the job. Like my brother Flea said, he skipped steps. What the fuck did he do to become the Lakers head coach? Not the Wizards, not, a team that, what the fuck did he do? Derek Fisher, Steve Nash, certain of these players, I don't care how good you were as a player, what did you do to have the opportunity to coach future Hall of Famers, great players? Nothing. JJ Redick is a smug asshole. And what's happening is he thought this was going to be sweet. He thought it was going to be easy. I got LeBron James. Oh, my God, we traded. I got Luka. I got Austin Reaves. I'm the smartest guy in the fucking room. And it's backfiring. Simple and plain. That's why I always say, what the fuck has JJ Redick done that Darvin Ham didn't do? Nobody's coaching this team. This is LeBron's show. And Flea, I know you don't want to hear it, but it does revolve around him. This is LeBron's show. Nobody's a coach. You just got to stand on the side and put up with the bullshit. And the only thing I can say about JJ Redick that I may like is that it seems like he doesn't want to put up with the bullshit. I mean, from face value now, I don't think tomorrow he's going to go into practice and talk all that bullshit. I don't know. I could be wrong. But at least he's going out with a fight. Darvin Ham, you could tell, bro, he just looked like, yo, y'all beat me down. There's nothing I can do. JJ Redick looked like he's ready to say, fuck that. I'm not going to let y'all run over me. I'm not going to let y'all make me look bad because I may want to continue to coach. And once this is over, I want to be able to get another head coaching job. The fact of the matter is, JJ Redick, what's the saying? Where it's like you in too deep, bro.
You know,
This
we
is not
ahead.
for you in over your head. I'm sorry, that's how I feel. Been saying it. I love when we have these discussions because people really see how much we love basketball. And even though we're brothers, we can disagree and respect and love each other. And this is to me why I think we got the dopest platform. I've been saying it. JJ Redick shouldn't have never got this job. And, hear what people are saying. But let's not forget, last season, you won one game in the playoffs with a LeBron and Luka duo. No. We're not going to sit there and make an excuse. That should not happen. Well, you won one fucking game. We watched your team quit on you yesterday. Everybody liked the Lakers, so I watched the whole game. I watched everybody quit. The body language was horrific. Horrific. So for me, I don't want to defend JJ Redick, but he has every right to be upset. But at the same time, bro, the way you come off and the way you are, I'm gonna be honest, you getting what you deserve. And Paul Pierce said it a while ago. Listen, JJ Redick is not the guy, bro. I'm sorry, he's just not, and he shouldn't have never got the job. And he needs to be humble, and he's being humbled. And this all started, Fabian. I'll let you go. This all started when he said that shit about the old school players, bro. He feels too much about himself. And now, look what's happening.
But that's my thing. It's to me the wrestling shit that Flea's talking about. That's my problem with it. It's not about him being arrogant. All these motherfuckers are arrogant. That's not what it is. It's the fact that you're wrong. You're dead wrong because you coming in here acting like you know how to run a fucking organization, and you came in here doing that. Oh, this team, this is chess. It's not just chess, bro. You got to be a man in the locker room and talk to LeBron like a fucking man. That shit takes balls. It just does. It ain't just about, yo, bro, he was on the other bench talking to the Phoenix Suns, and you calling for him in the middle. That shit is crazy. That's the first time I was upset. Like, yo, dog, you can't do that. I don't care. Yo, Flea, I don't know what game you ever been in that your coach to call you like that and you disrespect them like that. That to me looks crazy. Bad enough the whole shit with, I'm telling you, the shit with Bronny, he looked out for you. You looking out for them, JJ Redick. You ain't had to say all that he's Davion Mitchell and Lou Dort. That's a crazy endorsement. You playing into the, okay, you want your job, you got it. But you're past that now. This is about your legacy. It's about your coach. You can still fix this. But you got to make it right with Braun. He's the star. You're a star too. You're supposed to be. He's a star in his own right. I'm not taking that away from him. It's not the arrogance, AllBall. It's the fact that you played into this era with the whole fuck the old school shit. And it was one dude, Jerry West, that humbled your ass first. Yo, bro, slow down. Slow down. That's not how you talk the game. You're doing a lot right now.
Nigga can't coach, man. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with my
I
brother.
can't say he don't know
Nigga
X's
can't
and O's.
coach, man.
He can't coach because a part of coaching is this. A part of coaching is, yo, I'm not feeling what you're doing right now. I'm calling your ass out.
Let Fleet look. A lot of these teams, like I said, a couple weeks ago, Lakers, I think, was in the number 2 spot. Listen, a lot of these teams, beginning of the season, even with our team, a lot of teams, the fucking schedule is favorable. That's why I was saying, let's see what happens when we play the Minnesotas, the San Ans, the Denvers, the OKCs, the Phillies, the certain teams back to back to back, and let's see how we look. That nigga can't coach. Straight up and down, and I'm going to stick with that. He ain't doing nothing that Darvin, he ain't doing no better than Darvin Ham. Nothing at all. Because I don't care how many games you win in a regular season. I don't care what seed you are. You have some people calling the GOAT. You have the next Larry Bird, and I'm not saying that to be trolling. I'm being dead serious because I've had conversations with people. No, y'all can laugh all y'all want. He has 2 of the best players in the NBA. They are supposed to win a championship. So when you get to the playoffs and win one game in the first round, how do we defend that? They can't coach, and that's the part that everybody is afraid to say. He comes off like he's the smartest guy in the world, and he's not. He comes off as he knows all the X's and O's better than everybody. He does it. Because I watch other coaches in the NBA coach with lesser talent and get everything out of their guys. They don't respect him. It look like they don't like him. Pack his ass up. He should be getting fired after this season.
Please patiently waiting.
Nah, I love these conversations too, because we always draw the line in the sand, because I'm always the one that tries to remind the people and my brothers how hard coaching is. Like, I think sometimes we take for granted how hard coaching at that level is. Fuck coaching your little 8-year-old who don't know shit and he a bum, and you trying to get him to dribble with his left hand consistently. Fuck that little nigga. We're talking about grown men who are actually good at the game. And, you know, so I'm not saying y'all discredit how good coaching is, but just the conversations that happened in the basketball world, it just discredits how hard coaching is. So you got two great players, and you walk through the door, and you're supposed to be great at that job, right? He doesn't help himself much because of the smugness, because of talking shit about the past, because of he doesn't help himself, right? If he walks in with a level of humility and it doesn't look like LeBron James helped him get his job, JJ Redick would have a lot more grace with the world, with you, OG, with everybody, right? Joe Mazzulla's a smug motherfucker. He's a little smug motherfucker. And he inherited a team that Brad Stevens put together, and Ime Udoka got to the championship. Let's call it spade a spade. Let's call it what it is. That's what happened, right?
Good point.
And now he walks in and wins immediately. I mean, he lost, I think, the first year, but he wins immediately, right? With a ready-made team, he had to coach it, right? But the smugness and the weirdness that he gives off, nobody don't give a fuck about that. We embrace that. We like that type of shit because he won, right? Because he got handed something that was really like put together, and just put your little sauce on it, and you could win. JJ Redick got two great players, but that franchise and what they got going on over is a shit show, and he's got to put it together and be a great coach. And now everybody don't like the smugness because he's losing it because he hasn't won automatically. I just don't think there's a lot of shit that you know we don't look at sometimes and we don't give credit to. I think that's a big piece, that it's a shit show, and just because he got two great players don't mean that he's supposed to walk away with some championship.
Just real quick, and I'll let you respond.
Go ahead.
I don't want to forget.
Go ahead.
No. That was a great point. You know, the smugness from the Boston coach, you know why, you know, we don't pay no mind? Because we see the respect that he gets from his players. They don't give up on him. They don't show no disrespect to him. I'm sorry. And we watch what he gets out of his players. Yeah, he's a little smug mug, right? But at the same time, I don't see the disrespect. I don't see what Fabian just said. I don't see Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum talking to the other team while your coach is trying to get your attention to get you up the court. So, like I said, I love that example, but I think the Boston coach doesn't get pushback or flack like JJ Redick because we'll see the disrespect from his team.
He's also not dealing with LeBron James, just flat out. That's number one. Number two, like you always say, Flea, he didn't skip steps. He was on that assistant coaching bench. So it was a great point. I do not want to negate your point because that is first-time head coach bringing them to the promised land. That's a great point. But JJ Redick left from what we're doing to go coach the Lakers and LeBron James, not the bum Lakers after Kobe left and all that. God bless the dead. LeBron James Lakers. It's a lot of hype behind it. And what I'm saying is that you know how this shit works. You know how the Lakers work. You know how ESPN works. You know how the wrestling shit works. Cool. But I'm not talking about that aspect. You already gave into all that. You know not to go viral off the talking shit about Doc Rivers with moments like that. He knows how to stay away from shit like that. And that's my point, Flea. Why are you in a press conference doing shit? You know what you're doing. You better know what you're doing with this, because for me, that's not the issue. The issue is that you're not calling out the players that need to be called out. LeBron James is not a number one guy. He's not. He's 40. That shit is hard. It's just like coaching is hard. It's hard to play basketball at 40, let alone be LeBron James.
Well, stay right there, right? So, and you too, OG. So, we believe that JJ Redick is empowering LeBron James to be the guy still. Like, we don't think that his offense and who he has his entire faith in is Luka Doncic. I'm asking a real question because I don't get that. But
I think AllBall said this for a long time, and I didn't buy into it when Anthony Davis was there. LeBron is not letting that shit go. I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if it's unintentional, but it's just in him to be in the fucking way. And we said this in the summertime, Flea. I said, bro, if Austin Reaves and Luka's balling, all Luka got to do is chill. I mean, all LeBron got to do is chill. But we don't know if that guy, he loves attention. We know dudes like this. That's my thing about LeBron. We know dudes like this. I would never want to hang out with you. Ever. I don't give a fuck where we at. And your man sounds crazy. And I'm surprised because if I'm be honest, Flea, you know I shit on the podcast on Rich Paul and them. Rich Paul sounds like us. Well, yeah, if I need a last shot, I'm going to Mike. I wouldn't have gone to Miami if I'm LeBron. Like, he sounds like us. So I'm surprised that his camp says that. I don't know what they talk about behind the scenes, but it just seems to be someone for whatever reason. I don't know if they call it narcissistic or what, but he can't let go of the spotlight, bro. Even to, I know y'all don't want to stress this, but even to put your son in that position is insane. That shit is crazy. That's not for him. That's for you. That's for you. You want the spotlight.
That's how Stephen A. almost got his head smacked off. Like,
Please, just to answer your initial.
As a father.
LeBron, I get paranoid easily. Please run up on me.
Please, just to answer your initial, is JJ Redick empowering? Is JJ Redick empowering LeBron?
Yo, Ray, you said that with the straight. I hope we clip that. Yo.
Oh, damn. Now we got AI. AI's a mother. All right.
Damn, we got
no, it's a. But you know, the initial question you asked is JJ Redick empowering LeBron? Yeah, he is. You know how? Because you're not holding him accountable. The other night, I think, you know, they said Luka was supposed to shoot that free throw, and Braun took it upon himself. So listen, bro, it's a mess.
Well, he said Luka was supposed to shoot that.
Right.
But
yes, he said Luka's supposed to shoot that.
But let me ask you a question. And Flea, what you said was great. And you know, me and Fabian kind of make fun. Coaching is difficult, and you've always stressed that. I got to give you props for that. But as a head coach, what was wrong with while LeBron was looking to the free throw line, JJ Redick going, oh. No. Go ahead, Luka. What stopped JJ Redick from doing that? That's what I'm saying.
Like if he does that, I like that.
No,
right?
because
that goes along. That goes along with what I'm talking about calling out the whole team.
No, hold on. Stay right there. So, that goes along with that smug, arrogant. Bill Parcells was arrogant. Bill Belichick is arrogant. So if they do that, see, JJ Redick is coming off like he's them. You're not them. That's my problem with JJ Redick, Flea. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Bro, if you're going to come off like that, you better be carte blanche anybody, any man. I don't care who you are. I'm going to talk to you like this. And he picks and chooses who he wants to save that shit for. And Bill Parcells ain't never do that shit.
Yeah, but I think I don't. Let's not get off track. I like those two guys you just said. I like that, right? I like that because that's got to be built, right? Walk with me real for a second. That's got to be built, right? Can we go back to
But hold on.
Can we go back to Bill Parcells year 2? Can we go back to Bill Belichick year 2? Can we go back to that?
Yeah.
How? Like, I'm just saying, like that kind of fuck you got to get built. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Ray.
Nah, just you know how you get this unbelievable feeling of sickness when you just wrong, and this motherfucker in the middle. Because when you just said that right now, I just thought about like that's what AllBall's been saying this whole fucking time. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, you gonna come off like that, and for what reason? What are you gonna do? You better be Phil Jackson, Pat Riley, Red Outback combined, talking like that. And I never understood what he said until now. I'm realizing, you pick and choose who you want to do that with. Because now so tomorrow's gonna be hell for everybody on the team. When was it hell for Luka? Bro, he's the leader. Fuck LeBron. I'm saying if you had a meeting with LeBron and Luka for defense, you supposed to tell LeBron, hold on, do me a favor. I said the franchise player, do me a favor and lock the door when you on your way out, so nobody else makes the same mistake you did. That's what I'm talking about. That's the guy. Luka, does Luka feel like the Lakers franchise player right now? How long you been saying that, old boy? He don't feel like he's the Lakers franchise player.
He's not. Listen, there was but Flea, remember, there was a I think I put it on my story. There was a shot to where the Lakers was on a timeout and the camera went to Luka and Luka was sitting down and he just looked exhausted, bro. And it's not from the game. Oh, JJ Redick just needs to come out and be honest. Yo, this thing was harder than what I thought it was. I gotta do better. I gotta get more out of my guys. Just be honest. And that's my whole thing with a lot of these guys, Flea. Just be honest. None of us is the smartest. I'm wrong every day. But you know what? I admitted it. I'm okay with that. Bro, these guys are not being honest. JJ Redick is not the smartest basketball mind of all time. He's not. No. And I'm not saying it to be funny,
It's a fact.
but,
No, but it's
but
a
he
fact.
comes off.
I'm just thinking of Jerry West saying he's a smart guy. I like him.
Right. No. Now the guy is smart. I would never call nobody dumb, but I'm just saying you have to have some a sense of humility and humbleness to just understand, like, yo, this shit is for real. This shit is tough. I was dead wrong. I thought I was gonna come in here, LeBron being my guy. No, this is a whole. Listen, how many people you could be friends with but can't do business with? That's what this is. Remember, you might sleep, man. You can hang out together all day, but as soon as we get in some type of minutes, you going, nah, that don't mix. This is what this is. JJ Redick got himself into something that he thought was going to be sweet, and it's not. This shit is difficult, like Fleet always say. But for me, I just think JJ Redick is in over his head. And to be perfectly honest, being a great head coach is not only X's and O's. You got to have the respect from the players. You got to get the best out of guys, and you got to know where to put guys in to win. What positions? Like, so for me, I just think JJ Redick is just doing a horrific job. He's not 100% blamed, but it makes it hard to defend him because, like I said, he's not up there telling the truth, bro. You in over your head, bro. This shit is difficult.
And Flea, like, as much as I criticize
Right.
Tibbs, you know, I've always lauded, like, yo, I don't care what anybody says. When he talks, them dudes respect Tom Thibodeau. And I don't care what, if you the coach, the owner, whoever was like, damn, nah, you gotta, he has command of the room. And I think the other thing is, to piggyback real quick off that, AllBall, is it's not, it feels like a little bit that everything you heard about working with LeBron, you were on the outside looking in. And now that you're on the inside, it's like, oh, it is very Hollywood in here. It is like, it's not easy. Remember, it's not just Braun. I don't know how Michael Jordan would have been. Stackhouse was saying Michael Jordan was out of his mind for thinking he could start against me. I'm 27 years old. That's just who he's older. That's a hard thing to deal with. Kobe was getting paid $40 million a year at the end of his career. That's a hard thing to deal with if a Luka Doncic shows up. And you gotta coach that, JJ Redick. How you gonna tell Kobe what to do? I just always found it. I was excited about the guy on YouTube going to work on this Lakers sideline and bringing up the money a notch for all of us. That's how I look at it. Like, he came from the YouTube world and killed the game. That shit is insane to me.
Flea, let me ask you a question, Flea, because you played the game at a high level, right? I didn't play at a high level. I didn't get recruited, none of that stuff, right? Just imagine, you playing college your fourth year, right? Senior. And, let's say, and to me, this is, people may think it's a bad example, but I think it's a great example. When you're a senior in college, you're what, 22, 23, depending on, how you graduate high school. Let's just say 22. And your new coach is an 18-year-old. And when you look at his resume ain't better than yours. In fact, he ain't got no resume. Are you respecting that head coach and what comes out of his mouth? Pause.
Get recruited out of high school, and my recruiting fell late in my senior year, and I'm like super devastated, right? I didn't think I was gonna play college basketball. I was super sick, right? And good friend of mine that played high school basketball with me my freshman and sophomore year wound up transferring. Anyway, he's a year ahead of me. He wound up getting recruited to a school, Post University in Connecticut, and he wound up going. Well, at the time, I called him, and I'll be transparent with y'all. This is Nick Street. This is AllBall TV, right? I was sick. I was crying. I was tight. I didn't think I was gonna play college basketball. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna call my coach. I'm gonna see what's up because, like, bro, you too good not to be playing." Get in contact with the coach. I finally, I get a visit. We go up there. He sees I could play, all that kind of stuff. He gets me he offers me a spot on the team. I go there, but I'm realizing he's a young coach. I'm realizing that he hasn't coached for a very long time, right? So my respect for him going in there was a little shaky. I was happy that he gave me an opportunity, but him being who he is as a head coach, I was like, I don't know. As I do more of my homework, as I'm going through the process of playing for him, which was the toughest coach that I ever played for in my entire life, this young dude, right? Toughest coach I ever played for. I start doing my homework because I didn't, and I realized now he was a Division I guard for 4 years. He played under Dave Bike, who is a legendary coach in the Northeast Conference. Like, he has so much cachet behind him in terms of basketball that I didn't give it the respect that it was due walking in the door. But as time went on, because I'm like, yo, he's coaching me so hard. Why? I had to really figure out who this dude was, who he played for, where he came from, and then my respect went to another level. So, yes, to answer your question, I fully like agree with you that it happens, man. Guys walk through the door, and a guy that's maybe close to your peer, you may not respect him the way you need to.
Now, Flea, just real quick, great story. Listen, I love that, right? But just imagine when you do your homework, he never coached. He never probably was a better basketball. He probably never was a better basketball player than you.
Yeah.
To me, people tend to ignore that, especially when you skip steps. When we look at the coach in Boston, he was there. He was there. So he got to build a relationship with the guys. The guys got to see who he was, right? Listen, I don't care what nobody say. When Luka, Braun, and these guys look at JJ Redick, bro, they not looking at him as a head coach, bro. I'm sorry. They looking at him as a regular guy. And he's in a bad spot. And I think he's in a lose-lose. And if I'm him, get me out of there. JJ Redick needs to be a great high school or college coach, bro. Certain guys don't need to skip steps. If he wants to be I don't think Derek Fisher ever wanted to be a coach. He just took the money. I think Steve Nash ever wanted to be a head coach. But when the opportunity presents itself where you can get free money, fuck it, let me try it out. I think JJ Redick wants to be a coach. But I think him as an NBA coach, no. Go to a great high school, go to a college, and build it up from there. To me, I think he's better at that level. I don't think this level, I think he's out of his league. I think he's way out of his league.
I last thing I have with this, bros, and I wanted to say that a little earlier. I can agree with OG that maybe he's a little in over his head as the Lakers head coach. Maybe he's a little in over his head as just an NBA head coach. But I fully think with doing the assistant coach thing, being a player development guy, getting next to some seasoned guys in the league, because this will be an ego hit. If he gets fired from the Lakers, this will hit your ego. This will hit you right here where it needs to. And you'll go where you need to go. I don't think college or high school is the spot. I respect you, OG.
He'd be great at Duke. He'd be great at Duke on that side. You kidding me?
And I think the coach that Duke got right now is 10 times better right now. Like, they need to keep Shire. He's a former player. John Shire, former player. They need to keep that nigga.
But no,
right.
I'm not saying.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm saying
that level.
Right.
He said right.
What's racist? I throwing me off.
Said right. he said right.
Why? Because I say he should have been at Duke.
because he looks like a Blue
Yeah,
Devil.
yeah.
Hey, yo,
No,
listen,
no, well, he played
that's
it.
part of
why-
it.
No,
That's
he
part of
played
JJ
it. No,
Redick
no.
shit.
Well, for me, I'm not really saying it for
Listen,
that reason, but I get
listen.
it. But I'm just saying, I think that would have been a perfect fit for him. I think he would be a great college coach because he was a great college player. And I think those guys, he can them out way more than what he's trying to do in the NBA. That's just my opinion.
Our last thing, our head coach went and sat down a decade as an assistant coach after going through some shit as a head coach, right? He had LeBron, similar, different time in his career for sure. Had LeBron, got him to the finals, came up under Pop, came up under Rick Carlisle, right? Like played under some great guys. He had to go sit down a whole decade, damn near, to just get up to speed, get his relationships right? Because so many players come through a team over the years that you've gone to so many different relationships, right? Then get an opportunity to get a pretty decent team. He takes a team that wasn't in the playoffs for 16 years and got him to the playoffs. Obviously talking about Mike Brown. So yeah, we could be honest about who JJ Redick is right now. But maybe that is the road that he may have to take, right? Lose this job and get humbled. Sit next to some of these guys. Really learn how to be a coach aside from, just jumping out there because I think I'm a smart guy, like y'all are saying. I understand the smugness. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying, like OG said, from jump, I said, maybe, but he is skipping steps. So he may need to go back and correct some stuff.